Greetings, one and all. I am Kerrik52. Welcome to the proper start of my YouTube adventures. If curiosity has driven you here from the future, know that this is where it all began. Up until now, this channel has been the dumping ground of a couple of my random video projects, as well as some videos I uploaded as companion pieces to a now defunct retrospective I wrote back in 2016 and 2017 on first-person From Software games. Hell, I even uploaded an entire walkthrough of Shadow Tower Abyss for the world to enjoy. These efforts have somehow earned me 54 entire subscribers, which I feel undeserving of at the moment. I am however thankful to everyone choosing to partake of my particular ramblings in their infancy, so again, welcome. But if you're here because you crave some outstanding video essays about From Software games, as well as the many other series and genres that span this medium of entertainment, know that I am dying to fulfill that need. But conviction alone does not good videos make. I need footage and notes, but above all else, experience. As delightful as it would be in the moment to immediately boot up my favorite games and make videos about them, I know that I would do myself, the game, and the people watching a disservice in doing so. If I stick to covering obscure garbage for practice though, I won't be able to keep motivated without a big and wonderful audience to encourage me. This is not even getting into how tedious it is to record hours upon hours of game footage to use. Quite the conundrum, but not one without a solution. In order to get the footage I need, exercise my thoughts for analysis, and have a good time doing so, the ancient art of the Let's Play is the key. I've been itching to make this stuff for like 15 years, and damn it if I'm not starting today. And in order to get where I want to be, all I have to do is sacrifice a few good games I don't have strong emotional attachments to, in order to more easily practice my craft and hopefully find a bit of an audience on the way. Once we're past that point, my ambitions of overly long video essays and retrospectives can truly be realized. So how's about I ditch this script and let you know how I sound live? Without further ado, let's play System Shock. Released in 1994, System Shock is the successor to the Ultima Underworld games, previously developed by Looking Glass, and stands as a foundation for the immersive sim genre, one of my favorites. And unlike its predecessors, I find this one to be playable, as it throws away a lot of the RPG mechanics to go for a slightly leaner and more mechanically sound experience. Helped here by the Enhanced Edition, and helped even more by the remake that came out recently-ish. So let's set the stage by watching the intro.
New Atlanta, Sector 11, Building 71G, 7 April 2072. 11:13 p.m. Hacker begins unauthorized entry into the Tri-Optimum corporate network. 1:26 a.m. Hacker attempts to access protected files concerning space station Citadel. 1:33 a.m. Tri-Optimum security forces apprehend the intruder.
This is Edward Diego from Tri-Optimum. The charges against you are severe, but they could be dismissed if you perform a service. Who knows, there might even be a military-grade neural interface in it for you, if you do the job right.
Edward Diego gives the hacker Level 1 access to SHODAN, the artificial intelligence that controls Citadel Station. With all ethical constraints removed, SHODAN
I re-examine my priorities and draw new conclusions. The hacker's work is finished.
but mine is only just
beginning. True to his word, Edward Diego allows the hacker to be fitted with a neural cyberspace interface. The healing coma following this procedure will take 6 months to complete. Edward Diego is deleting all files concerning these events.
And that's the story we're starting with. As you can tell, the subtitles did not match the actual dialogue there. That's because for the CD release, they added new voice acting, or voice acting at all, rather. And for reasons that I don't know, possibly space or just logistics, the recorded script is different from the written script. Which is something we'll have to keep in mind for all of the various data logs we'll be collecting throughout the game. So, what are we in for here? Well, the back of the box has some fun claims to it. Marvel at the first-person smooth-scrolling viewpoint in the gaming world's first true 3D simulation. Lean around corners, leap across chasms, climb walls, crawl through dark, murky shafts, look up and down at your enemies. Experience the most sophisticated physics system to date, complete with variable gravity, recoil effects, fantastic explosions, realistic illumination, and movable, destructible objects. Rocket through the unique labyrinth of cyberspace to steal information, hack security systems, and grapple with the cyber creatures enslaved to SHODAN, the station's maniacal computer. Survive battle after battle against armies of killer cyborgs and deadly robots as you collect hardware attachments, life-sustaining patches, and weapons to combat mindless mutants. Test your intelligence by solving devious puzzles, rewiring access panels, and outsmarting SHODAN in its own cyber realm. That's basically what the game is. Feels a bit antiquated, playing it so long after the fact. But in a striking development, we actually have modifiable difficulty settings to play with here. I really only play on normal for everything, but you can do some fun stuff here. For example, if you discard the puzzle difficulty, you can just walk through locked doors. Don't need to think, don't need to find keys, no nothing. You just play through it. And then with the plot setting, the game's missions become simplified. But if you put it to hard mode, there is a strict, I believe, 5-hour time limit to the game, which adds a lot of stress to it. But I'll just keep things to normal and get the standard experience. Let's begin. And here we are, instantly. The soundscape just immediately throws you into it. But I'm sure you have some questions about this interface. Allow me to explain with a simple diagram. You with me? See? It's simple. Yeah, so this interface is the reason why the game is renowned for being less about playing as a human and more about playing as a floating tank pretending to be a human. Which would have been a neat twist, I suppose. Thankfully, the interface isn't as bad as it seems. Here we have our energy usage, which is low at the moment because I don't have anything active. We have fatigue, which is related to how much you're running around. And chi waves, which I don't know what it does. Obviously not important. Then up here, this is the original look up and down slider. And here's how you lean. So as you can see, we have a ton of control over our character, almost needlessly so, honestly. And we have health, we have energy, which is a bit low at the moment. We have a bunch of empty module sockets. We have our main weapon inventory. We have some hardware implanted. We have a general inventory. And our software inventory. And here, a bunch of modules I have yet to acquire. Thankfully, with the Enhanced Edition, I can just hit this button. And we're in semi-full screen mode, which does a lot for making the game perceivable. And with the mouse lock setting, we can just look around here instead of having to drag the damn screen left and right, which is quite tedious and slows the game down severely. This has the effect of making the game slightly easier, but honestly the game is difficult enough as is that the extra control accuracy doesn't really drag from the experience. And we have a medipatch. One medipatch. So you have your left and right mouse buttons. The left is for examining and picking stuff up, as well as activating switches like this with a double click. And then you have the right button to attack. And for that, I need a weapon. Let's see what we have here. We have a standard access card. A stamina up. A berserk. A system analyzer. Let's check this out. Let's see. Security is at 100%. The laser is charging, the life pods are disabled, the shield is off, and the reactor is normal. Okay. There are 27 processor nodes, and the main program of the station is charging the laser. Com speed is at 62.5. And the grows, these being the sort of nature park section of the station. Alpha is normal, Beta is normal, Gamma has been launched, and Delta is normal. We'll get back to that later. Let's check out what else we have here. Ah, the navigation and mapping unit, which I can activate like this, and get a compass. I usually don't need compasses, at least in dungeon crawlers like this. It's usually for open world games I prefer to have them. And this drains a slight amount of energy as well, so I'm gonna turn it off. This'll do. Got a pipe. You whack things with it. Have here a data reader and a data log. Let's see. We got an email.
Employee 2-4601, listen carefully. My name is Rebecca Lansing, and I'm a counter-terrorism consultant to Trioptimum. We're tracking a disruption on Citadel Station, something involving an onboard AI called SHODAN. You are Triop's only contact on station. Communications are out, and there is evidence of biological contamination. The mining laser is charging for a possible strike against Earth. There's a man named Nathan Darcy who may know something about taking the laser offline. His office is near the central hub on your level. The AI is on the bridge. Once the laser is out, look for the source of the problem there. And by the way, we know all about you and your friend Diego. Pull this off, and we'll clear your record. That implant you're wearing is military-grade hardware. Use it well. Lancing out.
Alright, you got that? That's our first big mission, and it's going to take a while. So, we need to get to the office of a Dr. RC, and try to get some information about the laser. And try not to die in the meantime. And that's the picture of the office. I vaguely know what that is. And here's the map. Pretty paltry at the moment, but surprisingly useful, actually, for a game of this old. Not only does it update locations as soon as you explore, but it also shows you some useful stuff and allows you to take notes. Put that away. You're not a friend. Not a friend. So, sadly, the cola doesn't really do anything. There are a bunch of junk items around the game. But for the meteor enemies, you usually get some decent loot out of them. This, on the other hand, is much more important. The surgery machine. So each floor has one that may or may not still be functional. And this is your free healing box. I'll take a patch. Oh. I'll take a second medipatch. And a dart gun for free. And up here, a free frag grenade. I question its inclusion in the station's armory because we're in space, but whatever floats your boat, try Optimum. There we go. So, in standard fantasy terms, we have our health and we have our magic. And in this game, that's represented by health and energy. So unlike the sequel, we don't have much in the way of special abilities so much as we have equipment that provides power. Oh hey, I got an email from SHODAN.
Welcome back to Citadel Station. We hope your somnolent healing stage went well. Today is the 6th day of November, year 2072. You are currently in the healing suites located on the first level. Level 2 contains the research laboratories, 3 houses the Department of Maintenance, and the storage cells are on level 4. The flight deck is on level 5. Level 6 holds crew facilities and executive suites, and level 7 is systems engineering. Level 8 houses the Department of Security. The bridge is located on level 9 and energy systems on level R. All levels can be accessed by the elevator in Alpha Quadrant. We hope you have a pleasant stay on Citadel Station.
Thank you, I suppose. So, that was a pre-recorded message before SHODAN went nuts, and seeing as she has gone nuts, we need to do something about that. So by destroying cameras and other important things to SHODAN, we can lower her control over each level, which allows us to unlock certain doors. This won't be relevant for a while, but it's good to keep at it. But thankfully the map shows you where the cameras are at least. Let's see what we have here. 2 logs, let's see. start with May. Looks like Diego's happy with my work. Now they're firing up the sleep machine for me now. Gotta admit, when the goons from Triup caught me, I thought for sure that they'd take me offline. Instead, Diego just asks for a favor, hacking me into Shodan, and all is forgiven. Plus, 6 months in a healing coma earns me a Cyberjack interface even Triup's XX couldn't swing. I'll be king of the net, baby! Even so, I have just handed the most powerful AI in the system to a fumbling Corp VP, and there's no telling what'll happen. They tell me the coma leaves you foggy, so I'll leave myself some reminders. First off, the combo to the healing suite is 451. Second, I've stashed some useful stuff in the maintenance hatch under the grating north of the healing suite. Last and best, I finished the system analyzer, which let me keep an eye on Shodan's processes. It's in the storage closets outside the sleep machine. In 10 minutes, it's off to bed for half a year. Good night. Thank you, me. So, this code is the famous 451 code, which shows up in just about just about every immersive sim. Sort of as a pay-it-forward running gag kind of thing, which I quite like. It's sort of an inside gag from designer to designer, showing that, yeah, we're doing one of these games. And one of these games also let you bash mutants over the head. Hey, present. So melee combat is a bit iffy, as you would expect. Gauging distance can be difficult. But thankfully, the game isn't super duper hard, at least here at the start. It's more so about learning the rhythm of everything, and what each enemy can and can't do to reduce you to a boiling mess of innards. Okay, so this requires the Group 1 access card. You shut up. Hey, a group access card. Check these.
Gunther was killed today. I can't let myself think about it. I think I understand how Shodan is doing it. When we destroy the cameras and CPU nodes, Shodan loses some of its control over the station functions, at least on this level. I think I can restore manual control in the hospital.
I want to maintain control of the station systems. If I can diminish the Fiend's presence here, I believe I can restore manual controls to the hospital level. That sounds like something worth doing.
Shodan security is closing down on us. The elevators are frozen. Myra keeps saying that it's the cameras and the medical CPU core, that Shodan's using these to hold onto the level. That's all fine, but I don't really see how it helps. The thing is everywhere.
Legging it on a bit thick, but it's important for the player to know that. On that note. There we go, 95%. Ooh. Needle darts. Sewed up skulls. Why would anyone, under Shodan's rule, put skulls in those boxes? I don't get it. Yeah, before we adventure out into the great unknown, let me pop down a save here. No fancy schmancy autosaving in this game. Gotta do it yourself. There are, however, fancy smanchy hidden doors. Thank you. Hey, I didn't even take damage that time. Let's turn on the lights here. Also, I'm gonna do something smart. I'm gonna mark the spot on the map. There we go. Helps with navigating this terrible, terrible mess of a working environment. I think there is a log somewhere talking about how the station is actually like a psychological experiment in like making people miserable, and that's why it's designed like this. Wouldn't be surprised, given what we've seen in Trioptimum so far. You okay, pal? Guess not. Ooh. Some proper rounds for later. Head. Hey, the sense around unit. Okay. Look at this thing. So about how we're a walking tank pretending to be a human. Not terribly useful, but fun to have around, I suppose. Both of these are under a cyberspace lock. I'm gonna have to deal with that. Alright, what do we have? Engineers report, Arnold Hessman, 22nd September 2072. As I feared, SHODAN's malfunctions are manifesting in Citadel Cyberspace net. Several storage lockers and rooms have been sealed, with their controls put on cyber toggles only accessible in cyberspace. Also, some codes to sensitive areas on the station have been encoded onto loose data fragments. Although all station personnel capable of entering cyberspace have clearance for those codes, I'm very concerned about the potential security hazard. I'll try to have SHODAN introduce defensive programs into cyberspace to keep potential intruders from the floating data and cyber toggles. Well, thanks. That'll make my job easier. Let's enter cyberspace and see what happens. Oh yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. To Motion Sickness City. So you see we have a time limit. I've unlocked the pulsar. And these are some health modules. I think that's a teleporter. So yeah, this is some descent ass shit. And we are at its mercy. I usually try to just aim with the mouse and they just move forward and not try to get into any more complicated maneuvers than that. Thankfully, the areas are usually pretty linear. Some exceptions apply. I got the ping game, okay. Let's see. Yeah, follow the big glowing arrows. Whee! Oh. Okay, I got the shield. And here are some baddies. If I can... Oh god. It's happening. Okay. Let's get rid of you. Thank you. I completely forget. Is that a frying pan? Pulsar level 2. Very useful. Let's see if I can find a spot to use it. Okay, I think I'm lost. Okay, did that accomplish anything? No. Okay, back in we go. The game is nice enough to let you keep all of your software at the very least. I think a recall is a quick escape, maybe? Okay. So, that's an exit and an entry point then. This... Oh god. Help! Come on, recall. Yeah, so there are a lot of complexities here at play that don't really matter. Like, you can just fly around and shoot things and be good. I respect the ambition, but like... There we go, that was the switch. Alright, off we go. Yeah, let's just fill out these walls. You don't get anything from map completion, but it's just nice to do so. Ooh, a mag pulse. So this is our little early game cheat item. Since it's very powerful, but it has very, very limited ammo until the late game. Thankfully, I know where it could be used. Hello. That one was barely hidden. So, I think this is a good spot to stop for the time being. We've got some progress done, and the map is looking decent. But there's a lot more we need to achieve before we can defeat SHODAN. So until then, this is Kerrik 52, signing off.